Hey everyone! So my name is Danielle and I'm the newest member to Equine Daily. I'm super excited about this opportunity, and before I go too far into that, so first of all, I'm 23 years old. I just graduated back in May with a degree in biological engineering, with my emphasis being in environmental, but I did half of it in biomedical engineering, and now I'm getting my doctorate in biomedical engineering and studying engineering education. So pretty much I do a lot of engineering, in case you can't tell by the engineering shirt I'm currently wearing. So anyway, so that's a little bit about me and my background, a little bit more on my horse stuff. I've been riding for, I believe, 12 years now. It's kind of hard to remember, but I think it's 12 years. I started off with a year in Western, which I kind of don't really count because I didn't really do it that seriously. I did a camp for a week, and then I was taking lessons once every 2 weeks or something like that for a year, and then we moved and I switched into English and I started taking riding lessons once a week, and then eventually started riding more than once a week, and then I ended up switching trainers, and then I started showing a little bit, and I showed in my high school years. I did combined training tests, dressage up to training level 4, hunter jumpers in my area up to 2'6". I think maybe I did a 2'9", and then I did one event where I did an 18-inch course. But there's not much showing in my area, so most of the time, whatever I did, I was doing at home. I did a lot more training than I did showing, and I never really cared to move up, so a lot of times I was just learning things and enjoying my learning and not really trying to go any further. And that's when I graduated high school, I went to college, stopped being able to really ride or really show at all, started just trail riding a lot and working on my horsemanship rather than my riding skills. And that's where I am today. I am finally getting back into showing. I did my first show in 4 years, I believe, back in September. And I did an intro level C dressage test and a training level 1 dressage test, where I got first place in intro C and then second place in my training level 1. But the training level 1, I was second of 2. So, oops. But the first place one, the intro C, I was actually first of 5, I believe. So Hollywood and I are growing, and Hollywood is my horse. That's the next thing. I've owned a horse for 8.5 years now. I got her when she was 8. Now she's about to turn 17 in March. Her and I have come a long way together, and I'll be talking about that quite a bit. When I got her, she'd just been sold like two times in a row, pretty rapid fire. The first person sold her because they couldn't ride her as well, and so they sold her to somebody else, and then that person couldn't handle her, sent her off to 2 different trainers, and then they decided she was getting too expensive to even train. So I ended up purchasing her from the second trainers because it was right behind where my farm is. Tried her out, ended up kind of liking her. Honestly, I didn't like her that much when we got her, but it was an opportunity to get a horse. Got her, brought her home, started riding her, and we've come a long way. Let's just say when I was 14, I was not ready for the mare that I received, but now at 23, we get along really, really well. So I'll be talking about her. Any demonstrations I do, I'll be probably using her because she's really reliable and easy to handle and has like perfect ground manners. So I'll be using her a lot. Some of the topics I want to do as I'm going through this. First aid, it's a really big thing for me. I'll be showing you the cheaper first aid, which is what I have to do. I don't have that much money. I have to pay for my horse on my own on a grad student stipend. So I try to do everything as cheap as possible. In 8.5 years, I've only called a vet once. A lot of that's due to the fact that my second trainer that I used actually was getting her PhD and working at the vet school, so she taught me a lot of care stuff. So I hope to share those with you, like flushing, wounds, punctures, what to put ointments on, what not to put ointments on, all that kind of good stuff. And my first video will probably be on abscesses, since my horse is currently lame with an abscess. I'll also be showing a couple of training videos whenever I get the chance. Right now, while my horse is lame, I'm working with a horse named Elliot, who's 7 years old. He's a thoroughbred trainer cross, and he's 17.2 hands, I think. really big, really pretty, love him to pieces. He's one of those that he keeps getting trained and then not, and then someone starts working with him and then they put him back out, and he's been back and forth and back and forth. And so I worked with him a little bit last year, and then he got lame, so I stopped working with him, and he started coming back into work again back at the beginning of fall, but something still wasn't right, and the person that was riding him got hurt, and so he's not been worked with since September, and I'm starting him back again now before the girl comes and starts riding him again. And I give her lessons on him, kind of, sort of. She doesn't pay me, no one pays me. I just do things. I have one student that I'm currently training. She does not pay me, as I said. There's one person I work with, and then I've got another person that I actually call my student. And I'm working with her until she gets to the level that she can start working with my trainer, who actually did do upper level stuff. Well, my current trainer did upper level stuff, got up to intermediate dressage, and I don't even remember what level of eventing, but she's awesome, she's great. So yeah, I've got my one student. Another thing that I do is that at my barn, I work with my barn owner's horses, which is what the Big Gray is. It's one of my barn owner's horses. And every time she has an issue, she typically asks me to get on or to fix it. Like, if the horse starts bucking, my job is to ride the bucks out of them, and to give her tips and tricks. And if ever I see something wrong with one of her horses, I go ahead and start treating it and telling her how to treat it, and all that kind of good stuff. Yeah. So pretty much I'm out there, I pay board, but then I do a lot of work as well. But anyway, so that's a little bit on me and my background. If you have any questions, please go ahead and comment. You can also find me on Tumblr. My name is menagerieofchaos.tumblr.com, which I know that's really hard to spell, so that'll be linked in below. And go ahead and go there, follow me, ask me questions. I'm currently putting up a lot of unpopular opinions on there for funsies, and if you want to look at those, go ahead. If you want to look at my horse, she's tagged Hollywood, and you can even find that on my homepage, and you can scroll through and look at me and my pony, which she's not a pony, she's 15.2, 15.3 hands, quarter horse. Yeah. So you can look at her and I together. A couple of other things I hope to do is talk about different training styles, what I've learned, what I find works, what I find doesn't work, pros and cons, everything that I've read about, and things that I like to try myself. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. I'm really excited about starting this. I'm so happy that I was invited to do this, and I really look forward to starting this adventure with y'all. So please go ahead and start talking to me. Let me know. I hope to see y'all again soon. Bye.